Hello and welcome back to Bullshit Tech. I'm your host CJ, and as the title suggests, today we'll be discussing the Tecno Camon 16 Pro. So sit back, relax, and let's get to know what this big phone has to offer for us. Let's get started. So, the Tecno Camon 16 Pro. This is a 2020 phone released back in September of 2020. However, in 2021 is the best time to be looking for it because now it is widely available in the market. So, the first thing that jumps to you when you unbox the phone is that it's a massive phone. But we will talk about the phone. For the moment, I've already unboxed the phone. And in the box, what you get is a 10-watt charger, a USB cable, earphones, and a silicone case for protection because this device is a fingerprint magnet. Anytime you touch it, you'll be leaving fingerprints. So to be safe, you can rock your silicone case. But if you're the ones who like to run naked, you can use the device as it is. Tecno has also added a screen protector for you. If you need it, you can use it. If you want, you can remove it. It's a choice. You decide, you use it how you want. So, for the charger, it's a good thing. It's funny in 2021 we have to talk about a phone that comes with a charger because as you know, as things are going, phones are losing the chargers. So these days, there's a chance your next phone might not have the charger in the box. So this one has a charger, cable, your silicone case. If you want extra protection, you can get a hard cover for the phone. But remember, it's a big phone. So any cover you add to the phone will be increasing the size of the phone. So with the case, it's already a massive phone. So with the case, you can just imagine what you're getting. For those who need a quick rundown of the specs, here are the numbers. So when it comes to the Tecno Camon 16 Pro, it has the 12nm MediaTek Helio G70 processor. This processor, the Helio G70, has the octa-core CPU with 2 high-performance cores and 6 lower-performance cores. The phone is 6.7 inches tall, 3 inches wide, and 9.2 millimeters thick, with a screen of 6.8 inches, which is a 720p LCD panel. The screen is protected by the Corning Gorilla Glass 3, giving it a screen-to-body ratio of about 83%. For the camera, the phone has a huge camera bumper at the back, which houses 4 cameras. According to the specs by the manufacturer, it has a 64 megapixels main camera, 8 megapixels ultra-wide camera, and a 2 megapixel macro camera. On the front, we have two 16 megapixel cameras paired with dual flash. So for storage, we have the internal capacity of 128 GB paired with either 4 GB RAM or 6 GB RAM. There is also the provision for a memory card reader. So if you want to add a memory card, there is a provision. In terms of software, the device is running the Android 10 with iOS version 7 on top. Okay, so in terms of the design, the first thing that jumps out at you is the size of the device. Behind the device is the 4 array of cameras, the camera bump, quite a huge camera bump, and then the fingerprint reader below the camera bump, and then a minimal Tecno Camon logo at the bottom. Not that bad, but it's noticeable. So on the right, we have the volume rockers, up, down, and the power button. On the left, we have the SIM tray stroke the memory card reader tray, which holds a dual SIM plus the memory card, which is still a good feature in 2021. As we know, most phones have stopped the inclusion of expansion slot for the memory card. So for Tecno to still have it, it's a good thing for many people who want to expand their storage. But still, this device, the one I have, is at 128 gigabytes of storage. So with 128 gigabytes plus the extra storage, you have quite a massive amount of space to store your photos, music, and any other thing on the device. So that's a plus for Tecno. On the bottom, we have the USB-C charging port. We have the 3.5mm headphone jack, quite an addition also for Tecno. We know many phones have removed the headphone jack, but for this you have, and then we have one bottom firing speaker. At the top, it's clean, nothing. On the front, we have the dual cameras for selfie. I'll come back to the camera review. And then the device is rocking a 6.8 inches screen, 720. 6.3, a 6.8 inches at 720 pixel. That is quite a low number for a device this size. 6.8 inches and 720 pixels is quite a low number. And here, Tecno has really, I don't know which word to use, but even if it's a budget phone, 720 pixels in 2021 is quite a low number. But that's what you get when you get this phone. Because of the bigger screen of the device and because of the whole massive device, for one hand use of the device, it's quite hard to be using it with one hand. So this is definitely a 200 use device. So for people who are looking for a 100 device, this is not the device for you. But for media content consumption, it's quite a good choice. On the software side of things, the device is rocking Android 10, not Android 11, Android 10. So you are quite behind with one version, and iOS version 7.0, which is the Tecno skin on top of Android. So this skin, in a lot of ways, it has a lot of bloatwares. If you don't like bloatwares, this phone has quite a number of bloatwares, adverts, and other things on it. With the bloatwares also comes a few neat features like the eye tracking for the camera when you're taking photos or videos. We have the eye tracking technology so that it can keep tracking focus based on your eye. We also have the swipe from the left, swipe from the right on the home screen, like on the, if you've used the Note devices or Samsung Edge devices, you understand the feature. You swipe from the left to fast access some features. So it's a bloated operating system. It's a bloated skin on top of the Android operating system. But for some, the extra added features are a valid reason. So in terms of performance, it's a fluid phone. It's usable, scrolling and other things. It's good. I have not noticed any extreme lags on it. It's working smoothly as I would expect from a MediaTek device. So like I said earlier, it is rocking the MediaTek G70, which is an octa-core CPU. It's working well enough. In terms of battery life, it rocks a 5,000 milliamperes battery. So this is one of its strong points. 5,000 milliamperes battery. This means that you can use this device a whole day without worrying about charge. For people who are light users of the device, you can go a day and a half or 2 days at most with this device. So in terms of battery life, we have a device that is really capable. And if you are okay with the size, then this is quite a good device, because the size, I think, is mainly because of the battery. For you to pack a 5,000 milliamperes battery on a small device, you really have to find space for it, and Tecno really looked for space and they had to make it thick. So if you're okay with the thickness, if you're okay with big phones, 5,000 milliamperes, it's good. It will last you for a day or a day plus. In terms of charging, it supports 18 watts fast charging. So you can fast charge it, but like I said, the battery, you will not have problems with it. So for the camera, as I said earlier, it has 4 cameras at the back. However, after a few testings, I came to realize that only 2 lenses are functional on this phone. So 2 lenses are functional, 2 are not functional. So 2 are just for gimmicks, I can say. But if any one of you knows how to get the other lenses to work or how to test the other lenses, you can comment down below. But from my testing, the 2 cameras did not work. The top and the right camera were not working. For every single mode, even with the cameras blocked, every mode on the camera was working. So if anyone knows what is happening here or what Tecno is doing here, comment down below and let's get started. So on the front, we have 2 cameras. Also, after testing, only one of the camera was working. So I tried blocking one camera, changing between the modes, only one was working. Changing between the modes with one camera blocked, no changes. So also that one, if you know how to activate it, or if you know what Tecno is doing here, or if you understand what is happening here, just comment down below and you can enlighten us. So I really don't understand why Tecno had to go the extra mile of putting 2 cameras on this screen in the punch hole space, and then only one is working. Not a good choice, but it's Tecno for you. Another thing that I noticed with the camera, it takes some pretty good shots. However, I really had a few issues with the focusing. The focusing was a bit slow, or sometimes it didn't focus. Even on tapping, it didn't focus. So I don't know if it's a software bug or it's a camera bug, but I really had a problem. However, if you want a camera for social media consumption or for Instagram, Snapchat, those kind of things, it's a good camera. This is workable. Some of the shots I took, I will show them to you and you be the judge. I'm not a good camera person and I was just point and shoot. Okay, so finally, for the most important thing, the price. Can you afford it? So after much research in my area, the few markets I was able to check it, the price was between 20,000 Kenyan shillings and 22,000 Kenyan shillings. So I will say it is in the lower mid-range budget category, and if you look at it from that price, it's a good phone. Okay, so that was the review of the Tecno Camon 16 Pro. It's a good device, lower mid-range budget device, 20,000 to 22,000 Kenyan shillings. So for the price, it's a good phone. So based on the review, you can make your decision on whether you want to get it, whether you want to wait for another one. I will leave to you. I have done my part of reviewing. I hope you liked it. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you are new here and this is your first video of Crucial Tech that you're watching, hit the subscribe button and there'll be more content coming after this. See you on the next one. Thanks.